is this, the Audi RS e-tron GT, the ultimate daily super EV. We reviewed the tamer GT version a few years back, awarding it 4 out of 5 stars, praising it for its beautiful design and long range. Yes, it lacked real driver engagement and it's not particularly spacious, but if you want a Grand Tourer that's luxurious, superbly refined and with impressive pace, it's a good bet. We really liked it, but preferred its sister car, the Porsche Taycan 4S, for its sharper, more engaging, sportier driving feel. Audi has now updated the e-tron GT and given it a light facelift. It is still based on the same VW Group J1 platform and containing much of the same tech as the Porsche, but Audi has turned it into one of its own. Unlike the Taycan though, which has an option of an 82 and 97 kilowatt-hour batteries, the e-tron GT only gets the larger unit. It is also not offered in as many body styles or trims, but the Audi has more standard equipment. The 4-ringed electric sports car starts from £89,505 and increases to £143,875 for the range-topping RS e-tron GT Performance, Audi's most powerful production road car. We've got the one down from that, the RS. It shares the same platform as the entry-level e-tron GT Quattro, but adds signature RS aesthetic touches, such as an aggressive body kit and 21-inch wheels. We have the carbon black version, priced from £138,925 with, yep, you guessed it, extra carbon parts, including the doors, the bumpers, diffuser, a restyled wheel with a 12 o'clock marker and a carbon roof finish. It's also got the progressive red metallic paint for a bargain £950. Both the Porsche Taycan and Audi e-tron GT are stylish EVs, but the better looking choice is subjective. The Taycan is sleek and minimal, the e-tron GT is more dramatic. The new one is distinguished by this 3D honeycomb grille structure and motorsport inspired rear diffuser, setting it apart as an RS model. Our test car has the optional red ceramic brake calipers for £6,250. Expensive, right? But they do look amazing. It also benefits from the City Assist Pack for £1,345, which basically adds safety systems to help you drive around town. Still, it didn't stop our delivery driver from curbing 2 wheels down the narrow streets of Weymouth. I really felt his pain. Rear passengers benefit from foot garage design. Confused? Let me explain. To address the problem that a low-slung coupe-style roof does to rear passenger leg and headroom, Audi made a cutout in the battery pack beneath the rear seats so that passengers effectively sit lower. The problem is there's still this transmission tunnel here, and you have to be that skinny to sit in the middle, so it's not really a practical car if you have more than 2 children. But that said, I'm 6 foot and I've got more than enough room sat here. Meanwhile, front passengers are treated to these sporty seats, which are also surprisingly comfortable and offer a massage function. I tell you what else I like, this selection of physical switches. The only downside is that they're taken from some of the cheaper Audi models, as is the 10.1-inch infotainment screen and 12.2-inch virtual cockpit screen. It just makes it feel a lot less cutting edge than the Taycan. It's responsive enough and the resolution is okay, but there's a lot of information going on, and I just think for a car with this price tag, it's not good enough. I don't like Audi's preference for chopping off the top and bottom of the steering wheel, or its insistence on touch-sensitive controls on the spokes, which are just so easy to accidentally swipe. I do like this Alcantara. The USB-C charging ports are for some reason located under the central armrest, likewise with the phone charger, making it a real faff to use. This is something that the Porsche Taycan also does, and it's incredibly annoying and impossible to use on the move. The button for the front is here, and had my delivery driver not showed me, I'm sure I would have spent an age looking for it. There's a 405 litre boot and 81 litre frunk. That's basically identical to the Taycan Saloon. The RS ups the stakes when it comes to performance. It is blisteringly quick, and the upgraded 97 kilowatt hour battery is slightly bigger than before, meaning you get 365 miles, returning an average of 3.3 miles per kilowatt hour, and if you drive it carefully, that is almost achievable. It's quicker to recharge too. Changes to the hardware mean it can accept 320 kilowatt DC ultra fast charging, enabling a recharge from 10 to 80% in just 18 minutes. Let's get back to that performance. It's equipped with 2 motors, 1 per each axle, for quattro all-wheel drive. And in launch control mode, you get 845 brake horsepower, enabling a 0 to 62 mile per hour sprint time of just 2.8 seconds. Otherwise, you have to make do with just 764 brake horsepower, whilst 225 pound-foot of torque is sent through the front wheels and 435 through the back. That enables you to complete the same sprint in 3.1 seconds. There is a push-to-pass system, which provides 94 brake horsepower for 10-second intervals. What else has changed? Well, it now benefits from rear-wheel steering with reworked ratios, so it feels pretty agile for its size and weight. It works in conjunction with now standard fit adaptive air suspension, which has been extensively redeveloped using 2-chamber, 2-valve technology for improved driving dynamics and comfort. All of those changes means that it feels really dynamic on tight, twisty roads with better feedback through the front end. Of course, that 2.9 metre wheelbase makes itself known with sudden changes of direction, but the model-specific Bridgestone Potenza tyres do a really good job of keeping it on the black stuff. At a standstill, you can raise or lower the ride height via the 3 driving modes, which include efficiency, comfort and dynamic. And another clever aspect of the air suspension is that you can raise the ride height by 22 millimeters in something called comfort entry setting, for those of you who are perhaps not as nimble as you used to be. Interestingly, Audi has doubled the strength of its brake recuperation, although it still doesn't allow for one-pedal driving, and even in its lowest setting, it doesn't quite mimic traditional engine braking. But I have no complaints about the tungsten carbide coated steel brakes, which are just phenomenal. So what's the final verdict on the Audi RS e-tron GT? For me, the better question would be, would I buy one over a Porsche Taycan Turbo with a 0 to 62 mile per hour time of 2.7 seconds, a combined range of 391 miles and a starting price of just over £135,000? Well, aside from the fact it's faster and has more range but is a tad more money, hey, what's a few grand when your budget is 6 figures? I would choose the Porsche. If you want to turn heads, however, you appreciate a cabin that focuses more on luxury and comfort, and you want a softer ride, then the Audi is definitely for you. I personally prefer the Taycan's stealthier looks, more driver-focused cockpit and tighter steering and chassis tuning. I don't like having to pay more for features like adaptive cruise control and heated seats, but a small price to pay when you want Porsche heritage. Each brand offers something a little different, and I think at this price point, you tend to vote with your heart.